To make our crochet ribbon rosette, we start by chaining 51. We'll make our first stitch in the third chain from the hook, and we'll begin with a half double crochet, which we learned in our beginning course. If you recall, to do a half double crochet, we yarn over, go down into the chain, and pull up a loop. There are now 3 loops on the hook, and we yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops on the hook. We'll do a half double crochet in each of the chains all the way down. I'm using a G-sized hook and a very thin yarn to give a lacy look to this rosette. I'm also careful to leave a long tail, which we'll use to secure the rosette when we complete the project. Now that we've completed our first row, we're going to turn, but instead of chaining like we would normally do, we're not going to chain. We're going to go into our first stitch and do a single crochet, and then we'll do our increase in the next stitch. And to do our increase, we're going to do what I call a petal, which is a combination of stitches that you learned in the beginning course. So we'll do once again our half double crochet, and then we will do 3 double crochets, all in the same stitch. So if you recall, double crochet is yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to do 3 of those. And then we will finish the petal with a half double crochet, which is still in the same stitch. So we've done 5 stitches into 1 stitch, which gives us our increase, and there's our petal. Then we'll go ahead and do a single crochet in the next stitch, just 1 single crochet, and then we will go back into the next stitch and do another petal, which is again the half double crochet followed by 3 double crochets, and then 2, and then a half double crochet again after the 3 double crochets to complete our petal. As we go across doing these increases, it's gonna, you can see it's already trying to curl for us, and it will start to curl as we go along. Don't let that concern you. Just continue across with a single crochet and then a petal all the way across. Now that we've completed our row with our petal increases, our flower is already starting to take shape for us, and we simply go ahead and let it spiral exactly the way it wants to. And go around to the back. And I like to take my beginning tail and kind of put it through the middle of the flower so we can tighten it down that way. And that is how you form your ribbon flower. Now we'll go ahead and take a yarn needle and we will secure down our edges, and I'll show you how we'll do that in a moment here. To finish our rosette, we're going to secure the layers, and you can do that by going through each of the spiral layers with your yarn needle. And I left a long tail, so I'm just using the tail here, right over here, as the thread to secure. So I'm starting here, and you would go on through the other spiral layers, and then you would secure the tail that comes through the middle to this other tail, and you could mount it onto a hat or some other accessory. But what I'm going to do here is attach it to a sweater pin to close a cardigan. I'm going to use this sweater pin for this project, although I have in the past used this type of a pin. And what's handy about this is that you can pull off this yellow layer, and it's a bit sticky and tacky, and it helps hold your layers in place while you're threading onto the pin. So for our sweater pin, I'm going to go to the stationary side, and when I go through the middle, I'll come up over the top of my pin and then come back and go across and catch the spiral of the petals on this side. And I will go back and forth in that style to mount it onto the sweater pin so that it can be pinned on in a similar manner to a corsage. And we'll go around and secure the petals as we mount onto the pin in this example. Now, once we have the petals secured and our rosette mounted, we can take our ends and go ahead and secure a nice smooth knot of some sort in the back and finish it off. And there we have our lovely rosette pin. Once you're done, you can cut your ends, and I found this darling little jewelry box, and I think that's a fun way to give it as a gift. Put it in a little box, and most importantly, I encourage you to add your own colors and your own style to your rosette, and then send us a picture. Inspire us and show us what you can do.